Hey, welcome to the Follow Through. I'm Pastor Fred. Hit that subscribe button, share this with somebody. You may even want to hit that notification, that little bell. Ring that and it will notify you when these drop every single day. We're listening to God. We're also going to be living, that's our goal, to live for Him. Now today we're in Psalm 119 verse 76. I want to start with a question. I want you to think about, and maybe you need to pause this for a second and just pray and think about someone in your life who kind of never gave up. Like their love was just, you could count on them to love you and to be there for you every time, right? Now, so you got that person in your mind. Maybe it was your mom or your dad. Maybe it was like a close friend. Maybe it's your husband or your wife. But somebody that, like, it just, like, no matter what you do, no matter what happens, they're there. They're always going to be there and say, I love you. And you've got their forgiveness and they've got your back. Now, I know we all have people like that. I know I do. I'm so thankful to God for them, and I need to thank God more for them. And I want to challenge you to do that today, but also to realize that they're human beings, and that sometimes that could be really difficult to be that person who never ever stops loving us. However, God doesn't just give us, but He is that one that David was talking about in this psalm. He says, look, your steadfast love comforts me. Your steadfast love, it's a love that's continuous, a love that never stops. It perseveres through, pushes through all the things that we are doing, right? All the failures and all the things. And David knew a lot of those. Right, so we have that in common with him, and he says, Lord, like, just let your steadfast love comfort me. So it's not a question of whether God loves him, but He wants that love to comfort him, and He wants it to be according to the promise that God had made to His servant. Right, God makes that promise to love us, to never leave us, to never forsake us, right, and in Jesus we know that promise was made true. Right? It wasn't just a thought, it wasn't just a feeling. He went to that cross, suffered, died, defeated sin, death, and all of that, anything that would separate us from Him, showing us and bringing us a love that we can't even imagine. And He is saying a love that never ends. And the reason for that is that God is love. Right? You go to 1 John in the New Testament, and you see that He is love. But here's the point, like, does that love comfort you? Because I'd be willing to bet that person you thought of earlier, just thinking about them and the kind of love they give to you, that brought you comfort, didn't it? You got kind of like maybe some warm fuzzies, man. You were like, whoa, yeah. And maybe you recounted some of those times when that person was there, when no one else was. So I want us to take all of that and say, okay, where has God been that for me and done that for me? Because I'd be willing to bet you're going to find countless times where God has been there, and even where God has worked through other people to bring you that love. So what I want you to do today, thank God for those people, right? And talk with someone about those times, pray about those times where God has not failed you, all right? We'll see you next time for another follow through.